Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Satyajit Patnaik and we shall be talking about best system configuration for programming in 2022. Well, to be very honest, 2022 is the keyword for clickbait. So the same topic can be repeated in 2023 as well, and it goes on, right? Let's not talk about those jokes. We'll talk about the topic of discussion, which is the best system configuration which we need for programming. In short, as you are on my channel, Data Science and Analytics, I'll be talking about what should be the minimum system configuration required for data science, especially for people who are into deep learning. So let's get started. Now, the first question is, many people ask me, sir, for going for deep learning courses, do we need MacBook? Is MacBook a mandatory? Well, I don't use MacBook. Honestly speaking, I don't know how to use a MacBook. I haven't touched a MacBook. So, MacBook is not necessary. If you want to buy it, you can buy it. It's up to you if you have budget. But within the budget of MacBook, you can also find a lot of replacements in Windows. Okay, let's not start debating right now. I know many people who are MacBook users might start commenting in the video. Oh, let's not talk about that. Okay, MacBook or Windows doesn't really matter. MacBook is not necessary. Okay, but there are some important things you need to consider while buying the programming laptop for programming, right? I already talked about that. We shall be talking about the minimum system configuration. कितना प्रोसेसर चाहिए, कितना रैम चाहिए, कितना SSD चाहिए, हार्ड डिस्क चाहिए, and all those things. We'll talk about that. Things required definitely for laptops, at least for deep learning or gaming. You need graphics card, which is mandatory. And in graphics card, which is the most dependable graphics card, and what is the option that we go for? The first option, we'll talk about that. But graphics card, RAM, processor, storage, these are the four key things which we need, right? Now इसमें भी कौन सा वाला चाहिए, like graphics card में there are tons and tons of graphics card. We'll talk about that. RAM कितना चाहिए, processor कितना चाहिए, storage कितना चाहिए. Now talking about graphics card, we have Nvidia, AMD, Radeon and all those things, but it's always recommended to go for Nvidia. Not getting paid for that, but it's just personal experience. Go for Nvidia if you have an option. If your laptop is already pre-built or pre-configured on AMD, it's okay, but if you have a choice, then go for Nvidia. Any kind of Nvidia graphics card is okay for the time being. RAM, more RAM you have, more programs you can run smoothly, right? So I started deep data science like 6 years back. So I used to run deep learning models like 5 years back in a 8 GB system, right? So I used to have 8 GB RAM. So currently I do have the same laptop as well, but however I have migrated from laptop to desktop, and right now my desktop is 32 GB. So in case you are buying a laptop, then I would recommend to go for at least 16 GB or else 32 GB. But 16 GB is the minimum requirement. If you use lightweight code editors, then 8 GB, or else if you are using heavy software, then minimum RAM should be 16 GB. As we are talking more specific towards deep learning, go for 16 GB. Okay. Processor. Running programs are not very processor intensive at all. So it could be any processor. We don't really care. But again, if you have an option for i7, why to go for i3, right? It's up to you. Most services run on extremely low processors, but it may be scaled up if there is load or high demand. AWS EC2 medium single core, AWS EC2 X large 4 cores, or AWS EC2 4XL 16 cores. It's up to you. Storage. Code is in the form of text, so it does not take less storage, and most of the developers and coders use Git versions. Git version control for storing their code on GitHub repositories, right? So you use GitHub version control, which doesn't really impact much on the storage part. As we already know, storage are of two types, right? I'm not taking a class on computer science, but these are some basic steps or basic things that I expect you should be knowing. I know that. So there are two types of hard drives, right? SSD and HDD. So use of SSD can increase the computational speed. SSD flash memory 3 3 cross 4 times faster, and HDD is basically cheaper, right? And we usually go for HDDs, up to you. Any amount of storage is good. SSD is best for speed, and HDD is best for cost. It's up to you, right? But if you have a choice, go for 1 terabytes of SSD, because earlier back in like 2016-17, my laptop also has like 512 GB or 500 GB or something like that. So I think you shouldn't compromise on the hard disk part. On the storage part, go for 1 terabytes. It's up to you, right, how much code you want to store. But we already have cloud as well in these days, so many people don't store their codes on the local machines. Neither do I store my codes on GitHub repositories, right? So any amount of storage is kind of okay. SSD is best for speed. Operating systems, there are three major operating systems: Windows, or Mac, and Linux. We already know that Mac and Linux are similar, as they are based on Unix, as they have same shell commands and very portable. But okay, we'll talk about Mac OS first. Unix, great UI, expensive. So when it comes to the cost part, Mac OS is very expensive, right? So I will personally recommend you for Windows. But if you are going for Linux machines as well, Linux is also super fast, very easy to configure and super fast. So it's up to you again. Linux can be used for the roles of system administrators, penetration testing, cybersecurity, bug bounties. Windows has its own ecosystem. Windows is easy to use and has its own advantages, and according to surveys, Windows is most widely used. Well, if you go to any company right now, they use Windows. So, but if I talk about faster OS, I would say Linux is more faster than Windows. I might be wrong, guys, to be very honest, but my personal recommendation will be go for Windows, 16 GB RAM, SSD could be anything, but preferably 1 terabytes, and processor could be anything, i7, i5, doesn't really matter. And yeah, I think these are the configurations required. But don't worry, in case your system configuration is not that high. Let's say you already have an existing laptop and you want to continue using that. You don't want to buy a new laptop, which will be very costly, right? So there are many cloud platforms as well, like Google provides Google Colab, right? So Google Colab also gives you the facility to run codes. You can also take their pro version, which hardly costs like $10, and then you can run your codes as well. There are various other platforms which provide some hourly basis of GPU units every month. So you can make use of those platforms if you want to run your deep learning codes as well. So right now, to be very honest, you don't have excuses कि मेरे पास लैपटॉप नहीं है, मेरे पास उतना पावरफुल लैपटॉप नहीं है, I will not be able to run codes. There are so many online options available, so you don't have an excuse. So it's right time to get started learning with it and get started with your hands-on practice and deep dive into the world of tech. That's it from my side, guys. In case you have any doubts, ping in the comment section below. If you have any video requirements, comment section, anything, any kind of requirement, reach out to me. I have also provided my LinkedIn profile. In case you want to discuss with me on any topic, you feel free to ping me on LinkedIn. I usually don't ignore people, unlike other tech gurus. Let's not talk about that. I don't want to start some. It's okay, just forget what I told in the last 1 minute. So that's all about this video, guys. Hit this like button in this video. Like, share, and subscribe the channel. Press the bell icon to get notified on my future videos. Keep supporting. That's it from my side. Thank you. Bye bye.